the outskirts of the historic town of Stellenbosch, on the slopes of Papagaaieberg, you'll find one of South Africa's most prestigious wine cellars, Die Bergkelder, which is home to some of the Cape's finest wines. The land was originally purchased by the famous Dr. Anton Rupert, and together with Dr. Alfred Baumgartner, a legend was born. When it came to building the cellar, Drs. Rupert and Baumgartner came up with a brilliant concept. They decided to follow the idea behind the famous cave cellars of France and Germany, and a unique underground wine cellar was built to keep the wine at a constant ideal temperature, even in the fiercest African summer heat. From the outset, the most important priority for Die Bergkelder was to create noble, top-quality red and white wines. In 1968, shortly after the cellar was completed, the much-loved Fleur de Cap, named after Dr. Rupert's beautiful homestead in Somerset West, was launched during the official opening of the cellar. After a few years, it became apparent that there was a need for more grapes to produce larger quantities of wine. In order to process these extra grapes, Die Bergkelder needed its own pressing cellar. Finally, in 1973, a pressing cellar was introduced and partnerships with other top wine estates were established. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Die Bergkelder distinguished itself as an important innovator in the wine industry. It persuaded wine growers to introduce classic, noble varietals. This resulted in the production of world-class South African wines. Dr. Julius Laszlo was appointed as the manager of wine production. He became the driving force behind some exciting and new innovations. For example, the introduction of small oak barrels for red wine maturation. This was a groundbreaking idea. He also introduced French oak fermentation in small barrels to produce premium white wines like Chardonnay. Under his guidance, more wood maturation cellars were introduced and upgraded throughout the 80s. During his time as cellar master, he also established the Vinotheek, a unique boutique wine purchasing and maturation facility. Dr. Laszlo retired in 1992, but Die Bergkelder continued to follow his philosophy of smaller volume, superior quality wines by launching the Fleur de Cap Unfiltered Reserve range. In honor of Dr. Laszlo's huge contribution, the Bergkelder launched the special release, Fleur de Cap Laszlo. This elegant, full-bodied Bordeaux-style blend epitomizes the Fleur de Cap philosophy of minimal human intervention, and it is shaped in perfect harmony with nature. Die Bergkelder remains committed to producing wines of exceptional quality and excellence, proving that commitment leads to perfection.